an analysis over and over.
Oh, the votes.
How were they able to get these landmark elections by the election wasn't even close? How did they do that? Well, listen to this, Howard. Did you know that the absentee ballot prediction, and this is just about across the board, every single person who won with the absentee ballot, and those are the ones that counted first, I must add, predict how every position, elected official outcome was. If you won on the absentee ballot, you won on all the other ballots.
Mm-hmm.
So the absentee ballot predicts your loser win here in Monroe County.
Mm-hmm.
So they did that analysis. So guess what? They trying to find any kind of reason to either slow that down or try to stop that.
Exactly. They want to put a dabber in it the next time.
Of course. They did their homework. They found out how important those absentee ballots were.
Mm-hmm.
And I want to thank all the citizens in Alabama, in Monroe County, especially here in Monroe County, that got out and went door to door with absentee ballots.
Mm-hmm.
And for those who couldn't get out and vote, they had the record numbers of absentee ballots ever here in Monroe County. And I was very proud of it. However, that's behind us. 2020, we got to do it again.
Again. Okay. Well, thank you for Marshall. Let's cover another aspect of this. I want the voters in Alabama to go to Senator Doug Jones' voting record. Check out his bio. Check out his folks. That's what me and Marshall have been looking at this morning. Check out his positions on different issues. Check out the rating. Check out his speeches and his funding. See, you find out about him. Because, see, we got to move from our past, which we kind of profit from by keeping certain folks comfortable in their shoes. And there's a thing that says, I will not hold my speech. I will not disrespect you. I will not degrade you. But I will not hold my speech to keep you comfortable in your degraded position. I'm not going to do it. I never was like that. I never will be like that. There's a story in my life that emotionally bothers me right now. When I was a young teenage boy, in Beatrice, Alabama, where I live right now, just a few hundred feet up the road at my mother's house, there was a lady in the White House, in the post office by the name Miss Edges Sadler. This white sister could talk to you so dirty and say stuff to you, you would feel like you were on the ground. And she would, when you get change from her in the post office, instead of handing it to you, she just slide it. You may fall on the floor, it's allowed to go anywhere. You got to reach out and gather up your change after you done bought a stamp or whatever your business was in that post office. Anyway, just like we got off the sidewalk years ago, just like we got off the road when we approached white folks, just as we let them get in front and do whatever, they go first. When you travel the roads in the southern parts of Alabama and on these back roads, you got pulled to the side of the road and let them folks pass. That's what the tradition. That's what black folks did. Young boys like me, old folks like me, old grandma, I don't care who you were, you let them have their way. And guess what? My father, Willie Howard, had passed. And then from the proceeds of his death, my mother went down in the Ford Motor Company and brought a brand new Ford truck. A brand new Ford truck. And she said to us boys that drove that truck, the first one that gets a scratch on this truck will not be driving that truck to church Sunday. You will not be hauling them boys to their girlfriends on Sunday evening in Tunnel Spring and Beatrice and ride across wherever y'all go, taking them boys that ain't got no way to get to their girlfriend's house. You will not be doing it on Sunday. And guess what? One Saturday afternoon, I'm coming from old Grandma Teen's house over in Star Quarter in that brand new truck. And guess what? Back then, you could see folks coming by the dust on the road that they be throwing up on the road with dust.
That's right.
You can see it a long way off. So you just prepare to pull over to the side in a good spot so you don't get in the ditch or get bogged down. Because they ain't going to help you if they pass you now. So I did not get out of the road. Greg Marshall, I did not get out of the road. And guess what?
All right, let's hit
the driver.
Let's hit it up.
The driver was Miss Edge's Sadler, going over to her family farmhouse over there in the Dock. That's where they from. Them Sadlers come out in the Dock, Alabama. I did not get out the road. Do you know that lady took the ditch, and it was about dusk dark on a Saturday afternoon? Do you think a 16-year-old boy that just got his license going to be over there in Star Quarter helping a white woman out of the ditch because you didn't get out in the middle of the road?
Wow.
So I came to the house. And I didn't say nothing to Mama because Mama would have got all over me.
Wow.
That would have brought pressure to her.
Wow.
That would have brought pressure to her because when my father died, everything was paid for because he was an insurance man. So she didn't. Okay. She owned the land. She owned everything.
Well, he knew.
And guess what? But she still did what was right in her eyes, in respect to another human being and the other white folks. Do you know about 7:30, 8 o'clock by dark, 10 or 12 cars drove up in their yard. I said 10 or 12, but it's more than 2 or 3. And told my mama, blew the horn, and told my mama, shine them lights up in her, to send that boy out here and ran my wife off the road.
Are you serious?
I am dead serious. Wow. And from that day to this one,
wow,
I have never feared a white man because of what my mother did. Because what my mother did that night. She told him that so-and-so road. She didn't cuss Edge's Sadler's wife. She could have cussed his wife, but she didn't do that. She said that so-and-so road. She cussed the road. She said that so-and-so road. That's cuss words now. Belongs to my son. That's as much as it does to your wife. Now get the hell out of my yard. I will never forget it. As long as I live.
Wow.
It would not been for that. If my mother would have sent me out, I wouldn't be here talking right now, I don't believe.
No, that's
why I do what I do, Boston. That's why I do what I do in this college.
Wow.
That's why I do what I do out in the school.
I never heard this. You never told me this in all these years. That is a powerful testimony, bro. Howell.
That's why I do what I do.
Powerful testimony.
Run around being scared of white folks and what they gonna do. God made them just like they made you. He made them shortcomings just like He made us with shortcomings. Everybody got shortcomings. That's why God make human beings. Some of them smart enough to handle other stuff. Some of them not smart enough to handle other stuff. He know what to give you. And black folks running around talking about what white folks. Hell, is what you doing to yourself. Nobody responds for what your condition. Sure, they make things difficult for you, but hell, get over it. Get back up. That's why I do what I do. Good. It bothers me right now. And I'm 72 to 73 years old. I was 16 at the time. Just get my driver's license. Man. But that's why I do what I do. I fight. I'm not laying down for nobody.
Thank you for sharing that. That's a powerful testimony, Deborah Howell.
Yeah.
Because, and the reason I say that's how lynch mob got together and came to our home.
Yeah.
And pulled up that out there. And
that's how they got in the till out. That's how they got in the house.
Yep.
They don't come up in your house.
And they took them away out of home and went and lynched them.
Yeah.
That was their MO.
Mm-hmm. And we sitting around here.
Their MO.
And we sitting around here in Alabama talking about what white folks controlling out. Hell, you control it because you let them control it. Same way you talk about that courthouse down there. Same way you talk about the stuff that's going on in Monroe County now. Same thing that's going on in the Monroe County Board of Education. Because we sit on our ass and let them do it. So I scared of white folks.
Amen. Amen.
You better be scared of God.
Thank you. Thank you.
You're supposed to be the salt of the earth. If you ain't worth nothing, you might as well be stepped on and hung and drove through the street. I'm just being real.
You putting it out there this morning, bro. And
that's just like this school over here. Just like this school up here at the elementary. We should have bought that school. But we sit back and lay on our ass and let Jerry Steele and them buy it. The folks that started the academy. They used to sell fish. Used to sell fish to get money for the academy.
School. We allowed them to get that black school for less than pennies on a dollar.
And guess what? They used to come into this house. See, we had a pond, and we still got a pond down there where we grow fish. They used to come to this house and try to sell Mama fish. And Mama ran them away from here. The Steels now. Mama ran them away from budget. I said, look, I got fish down there in my pond. I don't need to buy your farm, supply your public school, your private school. Mama would tell them at the door.
Wow.
Man.
Wow.
Woo. And the thing about it ain't about no hate, but it's about justice. It's about being right. It's being fair.
It's about
That's what it's about.
Right.
It's about doing what's right. I don't care what color you skin is. You got to answer to God one day.
Amen.
You got to answer.
Amen.
I had to say that. I didn't want to go there, but I had to go there. Where we are.
We needed to hear that. I needed to hear that. I never heard you give that testimony about what happened to you at 16 years old.
That's it.
And with a testimony like that, you take that to your grave. You will never forget that.
I know. And I get emotional about it every time I bring it up.
Wow.
Like I'm sitting there now crying. You know what I mean?
Wow.
I could have been dead, but God seen fit that I had a mother.
They came there. They came there to lynch you.
Mm-hmm. And guess what? After that, I was not disrespectful or arrogant, but guess what? God figured out a way for me to never say no, sir, and yes, sir, to a single white person in Beatrice to that date of this one. And guess what? One of the people that I went to when I ran for the Board of Education was a man that refused to pay me for pulling corn over in Starwood Quarter. Was Annie Laura's husband, Russell Brown. I went to his house one Saturday evening while they were doing the marching and stuff and going on prior to Bloody Sunday. I went to his house to get my money as a high school kid, and he told me, nigga, don't you never come to my door again. He just gave me the money. But do you know when I went back to his door? When I ran for the Board of Education for the first time against Reverend George Brown, I went to his door for his vote. And guess what he said? I would never forget it. He said, I know who you are. I know who you are. Come in. He said, come in and sit down, and I'm going to vote for you. That's the same man, some 15 or 20 years later when I was a kid, refused to give me $10 or $12 for pulling corn. Wow. Because he was mad about what they were doing up there in Selma.
And took it out on you as a child.
Yeah, as a kid. Never did give me my money.
And
I ain't forgot it.
Pulling corn was a hard job.
Yeah.
Was a hard job.
You pull the corn.
Pure manual labor. I didn't know.
And pile it up in a pile as you pull it. And then you go back and pick it up because you couldn't lug all that corn. You had to pile it up in pile. Then after that, then whatever was picking the corn up, you come behind and pick all that corn up, put it on the trunk of the wagon.
That's right.
I was over there in Starwood Quarter doing that in the swamp. Man, whew. That's why I do what I do with Beatrice, man.